Today.
Whatever. You better not say anything else. You better just keep laughing. Oh, we'll see him. We'll see him in June.
Oh, this happened. This was fun. This was better than the Clippers game.
It was actually better than the Knicks game, too. What you talking about?
It was real good. Really? Are we not? No, we're not doing Odell complaining, are we?
Well, 10 complaints, 10 catches. Just par for the course for Odell.
Thursday. Then that's...
Yes.
If that's the press conference, what's the fight gonna look like? This is SportsNation.
Not as good as that.
SportsNation is presented by Toyota.
What can I say?
We're doing it live! Welcome to SportsNation. Beadle, Amin, LZ, Marcellus. And today, we all came into work smiling enormously because we knew we were going to be able to spend the next 30 minutes speaking of the Clippers. If the Clippers slipper fits.
Come on.
Marcellus, get all your excuses ready.
Oh, they're loaded.
It was supposed to be a game of two Western Conference Titans, but instead it just turned into a Clippers butt whipping. Warriors dominated again. They won their 7th straight game against Marcellus's team. Hey, Draymond, what did you think of your team's performance last night?
Honestly, I don't even think we played well offensively tonight.
Fire.
But he's right.
Wow.
He's right.
I have nothing to say. Wow.
He's right, though.
What?
Can we, before Marcellus says anything to embarrass himself any further, I just want to remember together and remind you all that at the beginning of this season, there was a lot of Clipper exuberation. Let's just go back and watch Holleration. Let's do that. Clip City.
Clip City, Chip City. Yep. Clip City.
Slip City.
We have no issues.
Slip City.
Is ready to go against anybody out there. We'll attack them in the middle and beat them up like we did the Spurs by 20. Slip City.
Slip City.
You guys are dirty. Shall I go right now?
Go ahead.
Can I do what I got to do?
What is wrong?
Okay, all right. So there's a question out there. Are we now a second-tier team, right? So I'm assuming that tier one, may I go here, tier one,
you may.
Is the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're the champs. Not Golden State. Right. Golden State's a tier one team. The Spurs are a tier one team. And then people are trying to say we're not tier one now when we beat down the champs and we beat down the Spurs. We lost last night to Golden State. But last time I heard you guys talk about last night, it's December. So if you win, it's just December. So guess what? We lost. It's December. Y'all calm down.
You've lost 7 in a row. At one point, Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant were combined 9 for 29. Steph Curry was 0 for 6 from 3, and you were down by 20. Explain that, Marcellus.
Okay, because Blake Griffin didn't have a good game. Look, let me explain this to you. This is how this happened in real time. And I'm sitting at home. I'm sitting there with my
You weren't even at the game.
I knew this was going down wrong. All right, let me tell you how I didn't see it. This is when the opening tip-off, I knew we were in trouble because I saw one DeAndre Jordan jump so high and then miss the ball, and then they got the tip-off. I'm like, hold on. What the hell is that? And then 30 seconds later, Chris Paul has this and wants to go grab the officials, and then we get a text, and I knew it was all downhill from there because this is the moment that this was so big to them that they try to play bigger than themselves. They didn't trust themselves, and they lost.
I got news for you, Marcellus.
That's all. We still tier one.
That team, tier one, my foot. That team just needs to be broken up. It's over.
Whoa.
That team needs to be broken up. No, you know why? No. If this was like 3 or 4 years ago and this happened, fine.
They beat two of
together. No.
The 3 tier 1 teams.
I mean, can we hear your video?
This is so silly.
First of all, you're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind.
You're going too far. You're going too far.
What's the goal? It's to win a championship.
Yeah, but I mean,
is that happening?
But
no.
Because the Warriors are better than them, that's why they should break it up? That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Look, but here's the thing. First of all, if you want to know what Marcellus felt like before the game started, just go watch Star Wars, the part where before they blow up Alderaan. You know, like Obi-Wan is like, oh, I felt a million souls crying. That's how he was. That's why he didn't go to the game.
Nerd alert. Why are you laughing?
Wait till next week.
I have no idea what Star Wars.
Wait till next
What
week.
is this movie you speak of? No, I haven't seen
But anyways, so last night, yes, it was just a game. Yes, it was just a game in December.
Thank you.
They laid down so easily, and it was I was in the building because I wasn't scared to watch basketball. There were so many stars. It felt like a Laker game.
Yeah.
Chris Rock,
Yep.
Jay-Z,
Yep.
Waka Flocka, that dude from Workaholics whose name escapes me.
Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson.
That's a normal
Easy.
Clippers game now. In case you don't know, that's how Clippers roll. That's a normal Clippers
No,
game.
it had
No,
energy.
it was different. It felt
It was
different.
an energy, and
I
then
agree.
the energy went all out the building literally immediately when Blake Griffin jumped up in the air and threw it right to Steph Curry. And Draymond Green's right. They didn't play well, but this was the ultimate sign of disrespect. It wasn't just you got blown out from
Oh,
this
well.
jump.
We have other signs of disrespect coming up.
No, it's JaVale McGee throwing no-look passes.
That was a nice pass.
That's how you
That
know.
was a nice
You can
pass.
they're talking about the water bottle
That's
challenge with
nice.
that later. That's
That
a
was nice.
disrespectful thing from last night.
Can I ask you one thing in your basketball mind?
Okay.
If you beat 2 of the 3 top-tier teams, aren't you still a top-tier team? Thank you.
You have a,
We have
you
beat them down.
A good point.
Great point.
And you had a really good excuse from last night.
Yep.
Can we show that, please? Marcellus came up with a real good reason
Oh,
why
he
the
did?
game went the way it did.
Oh, so you were watching closely.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's all at home. I ain't gonna let y'all
It was
distract me.
very analytical.
Well, let me see it.
Obviously, the Clippers were just really missing. That's what it was.
That's after a few drinks.
It was-
That's a hot take.
And so
You need to come on NBA Countdown.
there were some other things.
Okay, so
The controller was up.
let's talk about the things we can expect from
Okay,
the Clippers.
Beadle, what's up?
Complaining.
Yo,
They did a whole bunch of complaining last night. CP3, Blake, Doc, all received technicals in the loss. After the game, former Warrior Mo Speights had this to say about his new Clippers team. Quote, first, we need to start really just leaving the refs alone. Guys just got to sacrifice, do some other things than scoring, do some other things than your personal goals. Just try something new. They've been doing it here for 4 or 5 years, and it hasn't been working, so it's time to try something new. Blake was asked about the comments. Here he is.
Mo said, like, when he was on the other side of this rivalry or this game, the scouting report on the Clippers was kind of break their spirit early, go on a run and get them out of their game, get them kind of frustrated, like
Yeah,
you
that's
said.
our scouting report for a lot of teams.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, how do you stop that from happening? He said it needs to change. How do you guys stop that from happening in the
Stop
future?
them from scoring, and then we score. Would be the easiest way.
But you couldn't do that. So let's try to figure something else out.
Damn it.
Like, look, that comment from Speights is pretty great.
It is because it's Maurice Speights coming from the mountaintop like Moses with the tablets of this is how you win championships, and you guys here have just been focused on
Championship.
Oh, here we
Will
go.
y'all stop with
Okay,
this
Doc.
ships?
Okay, Doc.
They've won one.
Doc's
Listen,
here.
y'all
and
can say shit.
this is why I said, and you guys were making fun of me, but this is why I said the team needs to be broken up. Why? Because nothing's changing about the dynamic of the team. Are they talented?
Starting to
Yes.
believe him.
Are they 55 winners? Yes. Are they going to be champions? No. Why? Because of stuff like this. He felt so comfortable talking smack about him. He told that quote to the media. He didn't go in the locker room and say, "Hey guys,
plays
this is
with
guy."
him.
He didn't
He's a
know.
Clipper.
He didn't say.
Right.
He didn't say, guys, in the locker room, "Yo, this is what they're going to try and do." He gave the quote to the media.
No,
he
claims
gave
he
it to
did
the
say
media.
He said it before, you could tell.
He said in the locker room
But he
and they
gave it
never
to the
listened.
media.
Exactly.
What does that tell you? That he just got there. He doesn't even respect them like teammates.
No,
like
it says that he does respect them so much that he wants to change. And the contrast comes from,
Why do you tell
I'm
the
a
media?
champion experienced player, and I'm trying to change you. Here's the mirror.
Why
And
do you tell the media?
that's the
You
next
gotta
step.
look at the
in it.
man in the
LZ,
mirror.
I'll give you an actual serious response to you saying they need to break it up because they won't win. Because they are very, very, very good.
Yes.
And all the difference between them and the championship is maybe a wet spot and someone's foot. going
Really?
into
Use my
somebody's foot.
condensation. That's the reason why they're not
Say it.
winning.
I'm just saying.
He's about to
I'm
win
just
again
saying, last
injured.
year,
He's talking about the injuries.
the greatest championship, the greatest team of all time didn't win a championship because somebody slipped on a wet spot and another dude kicked the dude in the
There
groin.
you go. That's
and
how it
that's
goes.
all it took.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
You can
It's a
never say
thin
that
line.
without
That's a
some
great
sort of
business
doubt.
plan.
You mentioned JaVale McGee as being disrespectful. Others
was-
would argue there was a more disrespectful moment last night, and it came from the Knicks-Cavs game. Here's the only thing you need to know. Cavs blew out the Knicks, and then
Highlights?
closing minutes of the game, well,
No
these are the
highlights.
highlights.
No
quite frankly.
highlights.
It's
These are
the water
highlights.
bottle challenge. At first, they seemed to be struggling, and then Kyrie came up big Kyrie, and he landed one.
Let's see
Tell
it.
us
Let's see it.
your secrets.
Clutch.
Oh, that was
Man, the water bottle is just like, if you land it, you're just like a legend. So I was just trying to follow in the kids' footsteps and really just, man, put my mark on the water bottle challenge, man. Oh, man, it was awesome.
This is the Garden, and the game was still going on. Is that disrespectful?
It was certainly disrespectful, and it was intended to be disrespectful, not to the Knicks, but to one Phil Jackson still in attendance.
Sure.
Mr. LeBron James, who likes to troll, wears the Kermit shirts and Ultimate Warriors, now say, oh, I'm not going to speak to Phil, but I'll show Phil how I feel about his team, and this is how I'm feeling, Phil Jackson. I am going to turn this into a high school homecoming game when you take off your shoulder pads and talk to the cheerleaders. That's what we used to do in blowout moments, and he's embarrassing them right now in that same context. And if you want to stop it,
I've never seen that.
beat us. You've never seen that? No,
I've never seen completely all checked out.
All checked out.
Literally playing another game.
On your court, Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Take that.
I just find it to be like a non-story. I just think it's just the same thing as when players are dancing and celebrating and high-fiving and all that stuff. It's just about partying because you're playing really well. I don't think that he was thinking about Phil Jackson. I just think he was
Coming from the
Passive aggression.
At that moment, I don't think he was like, hey guys, let's all get together and play this game so we can piss off Phil Jackson. I don't think he did that.
It's premeditated.
Crazy. By the way, I know that Kyrie thinks he's a legend now, but let's be honest, there's one legend, only one of the water bottle challenge, and she's right here. Get it, Rose Smith. I'm assuming Ross.
B-boys dance.
Lean back. Lean back.
Get it. You're the real
I just wanted an
MVP.
excuse to show that, really.
I would have traded one of my aunties for her. Can I trade her?
One. I trade all of them. Let's do some
Cindy.
cheers. Iman Shumpert first.
Cindy, I'm sorry. I was trading you in.
So there was a highlight from last night.
I mean, yeah. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
It's
So the
like
Knicks
our version of a highlight.
Are the Knicks supposed to fold 10th? Are they supposed to try and go out there? Knicks, look, tied for third best record in the East. Toronto, obviously, is between them and the Cavs. Knicks still in
Yeah, but you know what? You know what last night was? It was the first Derrick Rose out of a game, and I feel like that's the trend that people were worried about starting. Oh, this was rough.
This was me in 1991 at the dance.
Whoa, what the? Why are you doing that at the
No,
dance?
you do the
I think
splits.
Abba should
You
be
do the
playing the
splits
background
like that.
dancing queen.
A lot could have gone wrong there, but he got up. He got up. Kiki Burton's. Kiki Burton's.
All right.
You know, Kiki Burton's.
Hey, Kiki. Hey, lady.
That's scary.
That was to lose the match?
That was match point?
I'm confused. I played tennis
that was
before.
not match
That's not
point.
right.
I've never seen that.
That was
Never
match
seen
point?
that.
You a tennis expert. Was
I don't
that
know if that's match point.
We don't
I
know
watch no
anything.
Kiki Burton's.
Odell Beckham's still talking. Talk about that next. Oh, okay.
All right, find out what he
I'm too
said.
good to watch.
Watch this
Kiki
Kiki
Burton's.
SportsNation. Y'all know
Shout out to
Kiki?
Kiki.
It's a good name.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. And in part by Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
There's not really any point in talking about it. Nothing's gonna change. You sitting there wasting breath. Like I said, everybody knows what's going on the field. Everybody could see it. Stevie Wonder could see it. It is what it is.
You practiced that. Welcome back. Odell Beckham Jr. referencing comments he made towards the officials after that Giants 24-14 loss to the Steelers. It's like every single day there's a mic in front of Odell's face, Marcellus, and every single day he's still talking.
Yeah, this one, I have a problem with the entire body of conversation because Odell has to remember that they're not just officials, they're people, and no person likes to be put
holidays.
on Front Street. Shut up. You're putting them on Front Street. Hey, that Stevie Wonder joke so old. Come on.
It's
I mean,
so
it's not new.
old.
It's not new.
But are there no
Front
new
Street.
blind people to include in that joke?
Not famous, but look at here. Don't front on the officials because guess what? I've gotten the benefit of doubt many a times. Offsides already lined up. Hey, Wiley, back up. Why? Because I'm never going to call you out on TV every single day.
Playing the mental game.
You
next
play
level.
the game within the game, and Odell is losing the game within the game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just tried to say Mr. Speights called out the Clippers through the media, and everybody was like, oh! So now he's doing the same thing, but he's supposed to do it on the low? I mean, you got to be consistent. Either you do it on the low or you do it in the media.
And that wasn't apples
not
to
the
apples.
rule.
We already said Mo Speights talked to his teammates first, and the next step was that.
This is not what I am going to say. This gives me a great opportunity to bring up a theory of my good friend Bomani Jones. He brings up all the time. That Stevie Wonder really isn't blind.
That's a great point.
That it's just the longest con of all time. And he's just been floating around for 60 years now.
I saw that
Convinced
White
me.
House
I
clip
watched
too.
that.
I
He
saw the
convinced
White
me.
House clip.
I can believe it.
Oh, there's more than
I can
just
believe
that.
that.
When he went and shot, he knew where the basket was. Like there's so many.
He's always courtside and
There's
stuff.
breadcrumbs
That's real.
leading to this
courtside.
eventuality. It's like Westworld. You go through the maze, and the center of the maze, Stevie Wonder can really see.
Wow. Like Lady Gaga wasn't really crazy, Nicki Minaj and all that. You know, it was just gimmicks to get you into the game. That's how the game goes. I'm just trying to help y'all out.
They're doing a different loop.
I'm not sure.
Moving on to this is the best topic. We really wanted to get to this.
Yes.
Raiders fans going crazy over tonight's game against the Chiefs, rightfully so. The winner seizes control of the AFC West. Raiders fans started pre-gaming Wednesday night, according to Raiders beat writer Jimmy Durkin, who tweeted, "Announcement on flight to Kansas City congratulates the entire aircraft for wiping them completely out of booze." Yep, it's a Raiders flight.
Wow.
I think between the four of us, we've flown a lot. Yes. I have never heard of a plane running out of booze, and 100%. I love that it's Raiders fans.
The 100%. See, we did the math. It's a 3-hour flight, roughly, from LA, or from Oakland, to Kansas City.
Yep.
45 minutes to get into the air for them to actually start the beverage service, and then 45 minutes before the
Well, except first class, they can start before you
take
take
off.
off.
It's a great point.
Okay.
Yeah,
But this could be a Southwest flight.
That's what they all.
Because Oakland is a lot of
We're
Southwest.
saying they killed the cart in 90 minutes. If I were the pilot, I would have gone on autopilot, walked back there, and shook everybody's hand.
Congratulations.
That's like Klay Thompson drinking. Like, just efficient. Fast and efficient.
88 seconds.
Hydration
This story makes me so happy.
Raider Nation.
It makes me so happy. There are only like 3 places in our culture where all kinds of people can get together and we're cool. Concerts, movie theaters, and sporting events. I love the fact that Raider fans are turned up. So turned up. They're going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Just lit. That just makes me so happy.
On a Wednesday.
Can we advance the story? Can we advance the story for a couple years forward when they're in Vegas?
Oh, no.
And the concession stands are empty.
They know. Vegas can't run out.
Look, if they get to Vegas, it'll be like the Dark Knight Rises. The field will fall out and everything will just crater in.
Sinkhole.
I'm advocating for a
Vegas will
strip club in the
consume
place myself. I would love a strip club to be in that sporting arena.
Oh, there's no reason why it won't be.
We're taking ideas right now. So.
Yeah, thought replacements.
Raiders.
We're going to be right back, but first,
Raiders.
Jimmy Fallon.
Please,
NFL superlatives. I cannot wait.
Eric Fisher from the Chiefs. He was voted most likely to be Spock's older brother who's home from college. Up next is Raiders linebacker James Cowser. He was voted most likely to make this face while slowly rising out of a jacuzzi. I didn't even know you were there.
I've been here the whole time. Good day.
Can you hand me my shorts, please? Thank you.
And my cape?
Here's Gabe Jackson. He was voted most likely to name his kids Cheesecake and Factory. Well, that's it. Up next is Laurent Duvernay Tardif. He was voted most likely to have everyone mumble his name when they sing him Happy Birthday. Happy birthday, dear Laurent Tardif. Finally, from the Chiefs is Eric Murray. He was voted most likely to be cast as kid number 3 in a Flintstones vitamins commercial.
Moment before the LL.
Presented by Beadle.
Got it. He got it.
Losers. So I just want to pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
I was the most professional human being last night.
You were.
That's me continuing to do my job.
Look at your jaw.
He's like, what are they doing now?
Your jaws are getting tight because you want to turn around.
All I could hear, like Trace, their talk, all I heard was ducks, and I couldn't turn
See,
around.
I was at home watching the game because I could see moments like this, and I was crying, laughing. I was like, she gonna turn around.
My dream was happening behind me. I couldn't turn around.
I couldn't believe it.
The media room getting nice.
Good job,
I
Mama.
will admit,
Way to earn your check.
I'm still missing it because I had to talk.
That's how you earn your check right there.
Earn that check, girl. Loser. Tamper. British boxer Derek Chisora got upset during his press conference. I would say. I would hope that he's upset. This is fun and games, but that's an anger management issue,
No, this is like Doc Rivers saying that they've only won 1 championship. right before he got.
What I don't get is the box at the very end doesn't even flinch. If that's your reflex muscles, you're gonna lose.
No, that's a hardcore.
I ain't afraid.
This is a guy who read the Conor McGregor book of marketing it and realized he can't do any of that, so he just picks up a table and just throws it. This is when you can't sell it, but with your words.
He didn't move, no reaction.
Winner. Are we sure this is a winner?
Come on.
I mean, I don't know how we're determining what winners are anymore, but
Oh, don't show a replay. Don't replay that.
Listen, it is very misleading. That is not a rocket. That did not blast out.
What is that, a missile?
It's like a missile.
What is it?
M16? This, and then there's got to be
That's a rocket. That's not a rocket.
By the way,
That's naval
all of this-
condensation.
That's a
every
fountain.
single stitch of video we've seen from this game has been better than how the Knicks actually played. Every single one.
Oh, it landed right on his mouthpiece.
Can we just roll that for the
I ain't mad at it.
minutes we have left? Winner, baby ballers, check out this enormously Okay.
Oh, God.
Like,
That is not safe.
Just
Child endangerment.
Yeah, that baby is not secure.
That is
Baby,
what
all right.
hallucinogenics do
That
to
baby's
you.
strapped in. He all right.
Strapped into what? His neck?
He's smacking to like a bookcase.
Boy,
or
I
something.
try that with Junior at home. Little cutie,
You
though.
gotta throw your back out if you try that with Junior.
He might do it to me.
I don't think you
He might put me on his shoulder.
He should squat Junior. He's like,
That child looks mortified.
That child, all that for the video.
Loser.
Do it for the vine.
Side. So Steve Smith showed up to his press conference in a Yoda onesie, which is just a great reminder that Marcellus also once dressed up like Yoda. Who wore it better than
Hey, go get it, Yoda.
Gotta give it to
Go get him, bro.
Bust him down, man.
Pretty
Look
great.
at Broda. Oh, would y'all go see that Star Wars if Broda was in there? Would y'all see that?
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I'm waiting in line for that.
Oh, with Chopper.
He was like 10 Darth Vaders.
We had everything.
Chopper's my guy.
That was our
Chopper's my dude. Shout out to Rebels.
he Darth
He
Vader.
like 10 Darth Vaders and
Jeers, what's up, bud?
all black version.
Good
And those are issues.
I want Medea to be Darth Vader.
Yeah, Medea, Darth